Coming up, the statewide COVID-19 numbers continue to look better.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening and happy Valentine's Day. I'm Steve Hensley. We begin tonight with COVID-19 and good news. Case numbers and the positivity rate continue to go down. The state reported 1,907 new cases today, bringing our case total to more than 1,240,000. There were 32 new deaths as well, putting the Commonwealth's death toll at more than 13,400. The positivity rate is now just below 18%. That's down significantly in the last few weeks. Governor Andy Beshear says if these trends continue, Kentucky could move out of the red zone designation and into the orange or yellow by the middle of March. WYMT's Zach Hawk has the latest data and an update from Dr. Stephen Stack on pregnancy and vaccinations.
The governor says if weekly COVID-19 cases and positivity rates continue to decrease, he wants to update guidance for the state workforce by March.
Certainly, the trajectory is exactly what we want to see, steadily, if not quickly, dropping.
Hospitalizations continue to decline, allowing the National Guard deployment helping with hospital capacity to pull back, with 318 Guard members still deployed. Despite the good-looking trends, Omicron has been a difficult wave.
That is still the sixth highest caseload that we have had in the pandemic.
Commissioner of the Department for Public Health, Dr. Stephen Stack, urged pregnant women to get vaccinated, saying there is no evidence of adverse maternal or fetal effects.
There is, in fact, a growing body of evidence that supports not only there's the absence of harm, but that they are demonstrably safe.
Stack shared some cited risks, including preterm delivery and a small increased risk of stillbirth.
Vaccination helps to mitigate or almost entirely prevent most of those bad outcomes. So we can take something that is thankfully an uncommon bad outcome and make it almost a non-existent outcome.
Governor Beshear concluded with news of continued support for displaced Kentuckians in the wake of the tornado outbreak and plans from the Ford Motor Company to build a training facility in Glendale. Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
Dr. Stack also shared the latest on a subvariant of Omicron being called BA2. Early reports suggest this variant may be even more contagious than the current BA1 Omicron that overtook Delta. At this time, though, officials do not believe it to be significantly different, but are continuing to monitor and urge masking in crowded locations. Tomorrow morning, lawmakers will hear testimony for a bill that would prohibit public schools and colleges from requiring masks. One of the bill's co-sponsors says it's time to cut what he calls the COVID cord and adds he believes the mask requirements are, quote, akin to child abuse. House Bill 51 will put the decision in the parents' hands and prohibit public schools and colleges from mandating them. The bill would not ban masks from being worn at schools, just the enforcement from the districts. You can always find the latest COVID-19 information on our website at WYMT.com. We talked with Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron today about COVID mandates and a variety of other hot topics. Former President Donald Trump continues to say the 2020 election was stolen. The AG says he did not see any evidence of that, at least in our state, and he looks forward to Kentucky's secure elections.
Secretary Adams and our office and others have been diligent in looking out for any sort of challenges to our election security.
We asked the Attorney General if he plans to run for re-election. He tells us, quote, "We will continue to think about what's next for us." You can see the rest of our interview on Issues and Answers on our website. State police are investigating a string of thefts from storage buildings. They say this is happening across Rowan and Fleming counties. Right now, troopers at Post 8 are trying to return unclaimed property in connection to the thefts. If you had a storage unit broken into in 2020 or 21, you're asked to call state police. In Clay County, 2 men have been arrested in connection to copper thefts. The sheriff's office says 43-year-old Chad Brock and 59-year-old Leonard Holland are responsible for a string of copper thefts along South Highway 66. They say Redbird High School was forced to cancel classes because the copper thefts resulted in their phone lines going down. An arrest is made in the attempted shooting of a mayoral candidate in Louisville this morning. Louisville Metro Police arrested and charged 21-year-old Quintez Brown in the shooting. Brown is an activist who disappeared for more than 2 weeks last July and previously announced a run for Louisville City Council in this year's election. A bullet grazed Democratic mayoral candidate Craig Greenberg's sweater and shirt. Greenberg said he was shaken but safe after a man stormed his campaign headquarters and fired a weapon directly at him. 4 others also escaped without injury. LMPD and the ATF are investigating. Tomorrow begins spring forest fire season, and fire departments are urging caution in the months to come, with the recent winter weather causing trees and limbs to break, adding to the region's brush-covered hills. Firefighters say the danger of wildland fires is even more concerning than usual. Burn restrictions are in place starting tomorrow, restricting any contained burns between the hours of 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Other tips are being shared by local departments.
We need to keep, if we're going to burn anything, keep it 150 feet away from the tree line. And of course, if you ever have any questions about what to do or what not to do, you can call us here at Pikeville Fire Department or go to the Division of Forestry's website.
The spring fire hazard season is in effect through the end of April. We have more tips from Pikeville firefighter Nicholas Fleming on our website.
And, well, we haven't seen too many of those fires over the last little bit, thanks to a little bit more moisture we've seen in the sky, or at least in the atmosphere. We're also pretty chilly as we head out there tonight, but we do have changes on the way. Outside right now, high knob camera at UVA-wise, 27 degrees right now. All is quiet on the UVA-wise campus at this hour. We continue to watch the peaceful weather there. Downtown Whitesburg, where it is nighttime, but not quite that dark. Not quite yet. But in any case, we don't have the temperature either. Excellent work. All right. Well, trust me when I say it's chilly right now in downtown Whitesburg. All the sensors around there reading 27 degrees. Most of us right around 30, though. Look at Irvin already at 20 and Monticello at 16. A very chilly night underway already. But you don't have to go far. Somerset's at 25. So either way you slice it, it's going to be a chilly one thanks to clear skies out there. Not just around here, but around the region as well. Nothing but clear skies out there. Mid-20s as we head into the overnight hours tonight under those clear skies. I'll have the latest, though, on when we warm up and when we can see some showers and storms return to the forecast. Yes, I said storms coming up in just a little bit. Steve?
The cold has frozen the Whitesburg camera.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. The USDA has confirmed the presence of highly pathogenic avian influenza in Kentucky. The last time avian flu was detected in the state was 2017, but that was the less contagious, low pathogenic avian flu. Dr. Katie Flynn, the Kentucky State veterinarian, says the outbreak does not pose a food safety risk to humans as long as your food is cooked properly. Still, Dr. Flynn says there is a risk for people with chickens of their own.
So if your poultry, your backyard chicken, goes out and has interactions with wild birds, there's a potential for spread of that virus. So everyone has to make sure that their birds are protected.
A team of Kentucky, Tennessee, and federal agriculture officials have created a 10-kilometer quarantine zone around a farm in Fulton County, where this was found, to prevent the spread of the virus. For more than 10 years, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office has enforced its war on drugs. Public Affairs Deputy Gilbert Achardo says the operation has benefited Laurel County immensely and adds that through the years the office has involved the community in their fight against drugs via social media, and they have also relied on the help of their canine unit.
We've determined long ago that drugs are the root or at the root of most of the crimes that we have in the area. Most of your traffic fatalities, most of your burglaries and thefts, people are supporting their habit. So if we make a dent in the drug issues in Laurel County, then we're making a dent in all the crimes in Laurel County.
Laurel County Sheriff John Root says to anyone who deals drugs within Laurel County, your time is coming. In the world of motocross racing, an Eastern Kentucky boy is making a name for himself. from Letcher County. 8-year-old Jackson Banks has been racing since June of 2020. Inspired by his father and uncle, Banks says he loves the thrill of the competition. His father, Junior Banks, says he hopes to see his son move on to race car driving.
That was my passion, although I don't want to live my life through him, but he's real competitive in everything he does, and he likes to drive go-karts and side-by-sides and stuff like that.
Banks currently has 6 sponsors. His next race is slated to begin the first week of March. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, a heartbreaking message. One Kentucky mother pushes for change after the way her family was notified about the loss of their son.
And for all of you folks who love the mild air, I've got a treat for you in the forecast, at least for a little bit. The latest on the way.
Here are